The Silva Method is a pillar of Nordic Coaching. In the first two videos, I talked about what the Silva Method is not and how it works in practice. In this final video, I want to show you why the Silva Method is a core pillar of Nordic Coaching. Not just as an add-on or one technique among many. Nordic Coaching is built on a set of core values. We work with balance, sustainability, reflection, responsibility, and respect for human complexity. This means we are not seeking quick change, but lasting movement, not control, but connection. In coaching, the most important things happen not in what we say, but in how we are present. In the room, in the conversation, within ourselves. This is exactly where the Silva Method offers support. It helps us to listen, become aware before acting, and allow silence before feeling it. When we work with people, we often meet ambivalence, uncertainty, resistance, and complex emotions. If the coach is unsettled, stressed, or mentally overactive, this will be felt in the room. That's why self-regulation is essential. The Silva Method gives us tools to remain regulated, present, and clear without closing ourselves off, without overriding the process. In Nordic Coaching, intuition is used, but never on its own. Intuition is combined with reflection, experience, ethics, and dialogue. Mental radar is not about getting fast answers, but about listening over time, noticing patterns, resistance, what keeps returning. The Silva Method also supports how learning truly integrates. Through calm repetition, rituals, music, and rhythm. This allows insight not just to be understood, but embodied. It becomes part of who we are. That's why the Silva Method is not a shortcut in Nordic Coaching. It is a grounding force. It helps us keep the pace slow, the quality high, and the human being at the center. Did you notice that I mentioned the mental radar a little earlier in this video? It is also an exercise you will find in the workbook. And it's important to say this right away. Mental radar trains listening, not action. Start by entering a calm state. Alpha is ideal, and that's what we practiced in video 2. Then ask yourself one simple, open question. For example, what is important for me to be aware of right now? Or what do I need to understand before taking my next step? Do not look for answers. Do not analyze. Do not try to force anything. Ask the question and then let it go completely. Go on with your day. Be present in what you are doing. And notice what shows up on its own. This might be unexpected thoughts, phrases you hear repeatedly, meetings, emotions, resistance, or small impulses that return without pressure. There are no signs that need to be interpreted quickly. Their information allowed to reveal itself in its own time. This is mental radar at work. In Nordic Coaching, intuition is never used on its own. It is always combined with reflection, dialogue, and grounded judgment. Because intuition is not about jumping faster to answers, it's about becoming better at noticing what is already there. And often, intuition becomes clearer the less we try to control it. Mental radar is not developed through force. It develops through trust, through patience, and through training ourselves to listen without having to act immediately. When we slow down first, it becomes easier to distinguish between impulse and insight, between fear and clarity, between what feels urgent and what truly matters. Listening is also a skill, and sometimes it is the most important one. To close, I want to say this. Nordic Coaching is not about adding more pressures to an already demanding world. It is about creating space for reflection, space for awareness, space for choices that are sustainable for both the individual and the life they are a part of. The Silva Method supports this work quietly, safely, and over time.